Dear students, I am Avdesh Kumar Jha. We are going to discuss the fourth chapter of Political Science of class ninth. The title of the chapter is Working of Institutions. In a democracy, the rulers have to work with and within institutions. In this process, they come across three institutions that play a key role in major decisions. These institutions are legislature, executive, and judiciary. In this chapter, we will understand how all the institutions together carry on the work of the government. As we have learnt in the previous class, there are three organs of the state: legislature, executive, and judiciary. And these institutions together carry on the work of the government. Government of India issued an order on 13th August 1990. This was office memorandum. This order announced a major policy decision. It said that 27% of the vacancies in civil posts and services under the Government of India are reserved for SEBC. It means for the socially and educationally backward classes. It means only persons who belong to backward castes were eligible for this quota of 27% jobs. Others could not compete for the jobs. Process of taking a major policy decision. A major policy decision is taken through a government order. To know the process of taking a major policy decision, it is important to know about government order and its issuing. A government order. First, issuing of government order. A government order is a written direction on an issue signed by a government authority. It is also called an office memorandum. Second, controversy over the order. The issuing of order sometimes led to the countrywide protests. Some of the protests are violent. As a result, the issue becomes the most debated in the media with different views and opinions. Third, appeal to stop implementation of order. Some persons and associations file a number of cases in courts against the office memorandum. It means against the government order. They appeal to declare the order invalid and stop its implementation. Fourth, courts intervention and modifications in order. The Supreme Court or High Courts examine the constitutional validity of the order and modify it if there is any violation of constitutional provisions. The decision makers. The major decisions involves some major functionaries of the country, and These major functionaries are President, Prime Minister, Parliament. First, the President. He is the head of the state and he is the highest formal authority in the country. Second, Prime Minister. He is the head of the government and actually exercises all governmental powers. He takes most of the decisions in the cabinet meetings. Third, Parliament. Parliament consists of the President and two houses, Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. The Lok Sabha is also known as lower house. The Lok Sabha is composed of the elected representatives of the people. The Rajya Sabha is also known as upper house. The Rajya Sabha represents the interest of the state and union territories. The Prime Minister must have the support of a majority of Lok Sabha members. Opposing government decisions. If some person or people or associations are not satisfied by government orders and there is a dispute regarding government order, then they can file the cases in Supreme Court or in High Court. For example, some persons and associations filed a case in the Supreme Court against the Government of India decision of 27% of reservation for SEBC, means socially and educationally backward classes, in civil posts and services. This case was known as Indira Sahni and others versus Union of India case. We return on the office memorandum once again. This office memorandum was the culmination of a long chain of events. The Government of India had appointed the Second Backward Classes Commission in 1979 to determine the criteria to identify the socially and educationally backward classes in India and recommend steps to be taken for their advancement. The commission gave its report in 1980 and made many recommendations, and one of these recommendations was that 27% of the government jobs be reserved for the socially and educationally backward classes. The report and recommendations were discussed in the parliament. For several years, many parliamentarians and parties kept demanding the implementation of the commission's recommendation. Finally, on 6th August 1990, the Union Cabinet took a formal decision to implement the recommendation. Prime Minister VP Singh informed the Parliament about this decision through a statement in both the houses of Parliament. The decision of the Cabinet was sent to the Department of Personnel and Training, and an officer signed the order on behalf of the Union government on 13th August 1990. In the next video, we will discuss about the need of political institution.